Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of CRP. It is your host, Matthias, here, joined as always by Dalit and Nat.
G'day.
Hey, how's everyone?
As we speak, this very moment, there's a certain event going on that we all are invested in. That event is the JP Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest.
Fan Fest!
Wait, that happened?
I'll throw hands with you, Nat, real quick. Yeah, FanFest happened, guys. And understandably, we're all kind of excited.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Because I believe we've said it on the podcast, but yeah, we all met through Final Fantasy XIV. So we all have just a little bit of investment in this series or in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just a tiny bit.
Like literally,
Just
even when
smidgen.
I'm not playing, I'm thinking about it. So
It's kind of one of those all-consuming thoughts, right? It's there. It's there. The back of your mind. Final Fantasy XIV.
Zodiac,
Yours,
the one
yeah.
true god. Mm-hmm.
Hide. Think. Feel. Hear.
I do.
That's not the order.
I do
But
constantly.
That's fine. So, yeah, Dawn Trail, the new expansion for Final Fantasy XIV 7.0. If you're counting A Realm Reborn, this is our 6th expansion.
That's how the numbers work. Yeah.
So it's crazy. Like,
Oh, it's nuts.
especially coming out of Endwalker, which is the ending of a story and a story arc we've spent the better half of 10-ish
decade.
years on.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh.
13
And now we're
for
coming
some
into
people.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
technically 13 if you count 1.0.
Yeah, if you were playing at 1.0,
We know
13.
a couple of people who were.
We do, yeah. And then we got a whole new story here. This is something brand new. We're diving into something new.
Yeah, I've been seeing that everyone is saying this is the beach episode. I feel like this is supposed to be like technically like the first episode of season 2 sort of thing.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Like it's supposed to be a new beginning rather than like, a beach episode in the middle of a season.
I mean, the first episode of season 2 is a beach episode, I guess.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, hey, there are plenty of, stories out there in anime where all the crazy crap goes down at the beach all of a sudden and beach episode becomes major plot point.
True.
I mean, that's fair, but those beach episodes don't have the Eliminator, Solution 9, GXT 4090 as a city, and a raid.
Like, they say this is going to be, they want us to treat this like our summer vacation.
Yeah.
Look,
Why
let
are
me
we,
tell you,
like,
I have
we're
been Roxas. I worry about that phrasing. Because I know what happens when the summer vacation is over.
Is over, yeah. Well,
funny
enough, you can play as Roxas in Dawn Trail.
Oh yeah,
once
we'll get
Viper's
there.
released.
That's a fair point. We'll get there.
That's true. They keep saying this is our summer vacation, but the more they show me stuff, I'm just like,
Hey, no.
we have terrible tastes in where to take summer vacations.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, I
love taking.
on one hand, perfect place because tacos. On the other hand,
Taco Bell.
On the other hand, Godzilla is there to ruin our day, and I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. All right, we've already had a Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter World crossover. We can do this again, okay? It's not going to be hard. Like, we just need to play a little bit of Monster Hunter World in Final Fantasy XIV with the Dawn Trail expansion.
If they would like to do another crossover, I mean, I think it'd be a little bit in bad taste to do another world crossover, but Capcom,
probably Wilds, but
Capcom, listen to me. Reawaking Worlds one more time. One more 14 crossover. Let's do it. Give Dual Blades Viper.
Out.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh god, yes.
Oh, that would be kind of cool, yeah.
Yes.
Um, No, but honestly, this expansion is looking exciting, but it's like it's a weird exciting, right? Because I'm used to the exciting in 14 being this. Oh man, I need to know what happens. Oh man, I need this story. I need to know how things develop. We're writing
Yeah.
all these tensions and all these highs going into this new thing, further building those tensions and highs. With this one, it's like we did it, man. The fight's been fought.
Mm-hmm.
It's been won. It's like I'm excited, but like it's I don't really know what I'm excited for, but I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's really interesting that you bring it up because there's been a lot of doom and gloom about 14. I've heard a lot of people
Mm.
like talk about reasons why like it's a good time to leave and all this, that, and the other. And
Ugh.
in many
They
ways,
say that every fucking expansion, though.
well,
Whenever there's a content drought, it's
sure,
like, oh, game's dead, and it's
sure,
like,
sure,
bro,
but this one's a bit different. And in many ways, they're right. Um,
okay.
the last arc didn't. It's not like the last arc's ending with 6.55. The last arc ended with 6.0. Done.
Yeah,
Story's finished.
Mm,
And
right.
I do feel the team did a pretty weak job of giving people a reason to stick around narratively. I know this because I am one such
Uh,
person who didn't. I have not played since
hmm.
6.0. My excitement comes because I have an attachment to the series. I'm being shown new things, and let's be real here. I was always going to go back and play through all of the chapters anyway. So,
Right.
or patches anyway.
yeah.
So I'm going to go through that. But I do understand why now that the story is done for Light and Dark, people see it as a pretty good off ramp. And in other ways, I know for like the really hardcore side of things, whilst I don't necessarily agree that Final Fantasy 14 is so easy that anyone could do anything in this game, I do understand after 10 years of very similar um, mechanics
Content.
and content, yes, exactly, that they've probably seen everything a million times and that they are burning out. It's just taken them
Yeah,
some people 10
I
years,
can't
some
wait
people
to.
3 or 4 years, depending on when they came in. I can
Yeah, I can't wait to grind full fucking tomestones in Dawn Trail once again. Well,
and
I can see it, but yeah.
I've seen a lot of people that have stepped away after Endwalker, and yeah, because it kind of is a solid endpoint. If you don't want to keep investing all the time into an MMO, then you have a good endpoint there to step away if you want. I mean, they did present that.
Hmm.
A lot of the people that stick around are people who are invested and who just want to see what's next,
yeah,
right?
I suspect if
Right.
maybe not for Dawn Trail, which if we do see a bit of a decrease, I suspect it will be for Dawn Trail. I suspect if this is good, we'll see a rebound in the next X pack for sure.
Oh, for
But
sure.
that's all assuming
Okay.
that there is a big lull with Dawn Trail, which is a little hard to believe seeing what they're
It,
willing to give us this time around.
well, yeah. From what we've received from this fan fest, there's a huge amount of content.
Hmm.
So the new one is the Cosmic Exploration, and now we're finally getting our Eureka version of whatever it is for Dawn Trail. So they can eat a pretty good time in terms of like just playing in the expansion itself. It's like not just patches, but like playing like as a whole in the expansion and not just playing for patch sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, we kind of saw that with Endwalker, right? They loaded a
Well,
lot into Endwalker because it was the end of that story. They wanted it to be done there.
but we
So it was
didn't
a
get our
big,
Eureka. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, side content, yeah.
Actually,
And they are putting that in.
it's been a big argument. That is one that I keep hearing people complain about. It's like there is no Baja, there is no Eureka, there's no reason to stick around.
hmm,
That is definitely one of the bigger
yeah,
talking points. And it
Yeah.
was annoying to hear
Yeah,
at
I like that
first,
content.
but the more I hear people say it, the more it must be a genuine feeling, and not having that was a big loss to Endwalker.
Yeah, it honestly it was because I actually like that content and not being able to do it, especially for relic weapons. I just like,
I think locking the relics behind Hildebrand was an awful idea. Hildebrand is content that people
ugh.
either don't want to interact with or do in a really light way. I don't think that that's where you
Yeah,
put the relics. I think the relics should always just be your typical more grindy aspect, because that's going to be
yeah.
the
Either
long-term goal stuff.
it's yeah, it's either the world itself or Eureka esque type content.
Yeah,
It should be
I think it
in
should
between
be.
those two, maybe three.
Yeah, I think it should be Eureka style
And
content, because I don't. I mean, I look back on it fondly now. I don't remember the Zodiac weapons going over well.
oh no, everyone hated the fate system.
Yeah,
People still hate the books today, but that's because of just getting poetics to get the books.
just so.
But back then, yeah, the fates were the biggest like problem or the biggest like wall to get relic weapons because boy, those Atma drop rates were ooh, yeah. Love 1%ers. Well, not 1%, like one digit percent number
Heard you like
drop rate. It's
gotcha.
fun.
What if instead of waifus, they were stones?
Ooh.
There's a gotcha for that.
Of course there
All right.
is.
Okay. Let's not derail too hard.
But yeah,
With
go ahead and give us some
waifus.
structure here, Matthew. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so it is to follow Nat's point. Yeah, they are definitely adding all of that this time
Yeah.
around. They've shown,
Mhm.
and it's all coming in the patch cycle. So that is exciting. But I mean, just the things we're getting in the main game, like the main expansion, is crazy. So if we backtrack to the NA Fan Fest,
Sure.
I don't even remember what happened.
like
now.
six months ago now, we learned we're going to the new world.
Yes.
We're going
yes.
to the continent, across the Osmond that has been referenced and talked about, and we've heard so much on so many times in this game in a number of places.
Yep.
And we finally got to see that a little bit. We got to see the bottom half of it, and so that's what myself and I'm sure a lot of people thought. It's like, okay, we're going to go to the bottom half in this expansion, and the top half will be another expansion, right?
Mhm.
But they showed us here at JP, no, it's both halves. It's the whole thing. That's a lot.
I do.
That's a lot.
I do wonder though, because they didn't actually clear the clouds away from the entire continent, top and bottom. A major chunk of it, like the majority of it for sure, but down where like Chile would be in South America, like Chile and Bolivia, it's not quite there, and Canada's also covered up on the north side. So, I wonder if we will be
That's
getting
true.
everything in this X pack, or I wonder if
You
they
make a good
will
point.
they will keep some secrets.
I will follow up what Dollar is saying because, as you all know, we play the game. I know, crazy, right? But whenever a new expansion happens, it's usually 5 new areas from the get go, and then one secret area for and then one new secret area for the end game.
Already emotional.
Lead
about
into the
secret
end game.
areas.
Right, but usually those areas are just for getting Aether currents to unlock flying and all that, right?
Sure.
Since there's two I don't want to say continents, maybe continents is the right word, but the two sections, the north and south, is it actually going to be really limiting compared to the rest of Eorzea? Is it going to be another Stormblood, or is it going to be a better Stormblood?
Oh,
That's my question for
it's
you
likely
guys.
going to be a better Stormblood, just because they'll have a focused narrative.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to think so as well.
Because I'm worried.
I think they learned their lesson, and I think that, especially with some of the map design and things we've seen in Walker, and even in Shadowbringers before it, they've gotten a lot better at making these larger zones, these full zones,
Right.
Um,
But
and
it's
fleshing
gonna
them
be
out.
3 and 3 more or less. That's what I'm trying to get out. I'm like, is that going to be enough, or are they gonna expand
We
upon
assume that's the
getting more
case. Is they're going to
areas?
follow that they're going to follow the same pattern that we're going to
Right.
get, the 5
6
zones,
areas.
6, then the 6 hidden.
Yeah.
But they haven't said yes or no to that yet, to my knowledge. I mean, we have no precedent to go off of,
True.
Right.
but the possibility is there just because it's a lot of land to cover.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen a lot. I mean, they even showed us just yesterday at the JP Fans. They showed us Solution 9,
Yeah.
which is
I
like,
can't believe they
you're
showed
showing
that
us
off.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I know,
Yeah, and
right? That's oh my god.
this isn't the hidden thing you're keeping
Yeah.
from us.
That was exactly my thought.
Yeah. That's exactly. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then we
insane.
also know there's something to do with a city of gold that we're going to be
Yes.
looking for at some point, I believe they said.
Mhm.
So we don't know anything about that yet. They said, I don't remember if this was during the keynote or if it was one of the panels. They said something along the lines of, there's going to be a lot going on here, so you can kind of, and this is kind of akin back to Stormblood, you can kind of look at the story as different arcs in this expansion, and each one's going to be kind of in and of itself, like self-sufficient
That's what
to a certain
what
extent,
about,
and then kind of
yeah.
thread into each other. So
that's why I got kind of worried, because that sounded really similar to Stormblood. But again, as you guys said, it might be more coherent because we're not in some desert and then we're in fucking Japan all of a sudden, right?
And I
then
think
go
that
back
is
to desert.
a very important thing to bring up, because I am a known Stormblood hater. It did
yeah, this time we're going to be in the Wild West and then just walk over to New York City.
Evidently.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Stormblood had a couple of errors, and it felt rushed to begin with. That really ought to have been two separate expansions. I'm still never going to forgive them for what they did to my, at the time, favorite member of the Scions. But this is a more focused overall concept. Though hearing they're doing it in mini arcs does actually make me more nervous than less. But I'm willing to give them enough rope on this one, and I hope they don't hang me with it.
It's one of those things, like, because this is going to be starting the next, theoretically, the next, 10-year story arc, right?
I certainly hope this is the start. I hope that this isn't going to be a buffer expansion. That would be some World of Warcraft level bad ideas.
Yeah. This is what that's supposed to be, theoretically. There's a lot going on here, even from just this trailer, which, we've gotten the full trailer now. There's
great trailer.
There's direction and whatnot, but even with that direction, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got this Aztec like city of gold we're looking for.
Mm.
We've got this rite of succession we're supposed to be helping with.
Yeah,
we've got Godzilla. We've got New York City. We've got this, Wild West and this dark stormy zone, and then we've got, the new painter job and Kyle being on trust for us, and then also the Scions taking different sides in the succession thing.
And that's not gonna matter. Let's be real here. That shit's not gonna fucking matter at all.
It's just gonna
so
be so much.
There is so much, yeah.
It's just crazy to try and wrap your head around all of the things they're doing here and wanting to do here. I'm like, I don't even, like, it's such a wild and large beast. I don't know where to tackle this first.
Well, again, that's why everyone's saying, like, oh, this is the beach episode, we're finally taking things back, and we are, but, like, there's still going to be dangers. It's not going to be world-ending threats unless they somehow do, like, the Eliminator or something like that. But even then, like,
I do wish they had shown off the next threat. No details, nothing big, but just let us know what the threat actually was.
Didn't they semi-do that with the Eliminator, or we just assumed because that's its fucking name?
We didn't get any information. So I can't take away anything from it, but I wish they had said definitively, going into a new expansion, you have to have a new reason to fight. this is your new reason to fight. Now, we can't tell you much about it, but get a good look at it, because you'll be seeing them a lot. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we don't have anything like that. We're going to the new world initially to help with this rite of succession, right?
Yeah.
And that's like our reason for going. And then while we're there, we're going to be picking up these other adventures, the City of Gold, all the other things. We're going to just be things that naturally fall on us as we're doing the first thing.
Right.
It's in a lot of ways you kind of have to think about it in a Realm Reborn terms. Because it's like if you think about the beginning of a Realm Reborn, you're just an adventurer going and doing, your job as an adventurer, helping people. And then all of the story threads and plots and things just kind of keep falling and piling on you slowly but surely.
Sure, but even a Realm Reborn had the Garleans. Now, granted, it didn't have the true big bads yet. We didn't know about the Ascian threat. Well, you might have if you played 1.0.
Yeah.
But we still had the Garleans.
But I
we
mean,
had our bad guys.
That was kind of a, present threat looming over us for sure, definitely. But in this one we don't have that. But I mean that's part of where they're, coming from with the summer vacation thing, right? We don't have a threat looming over us. We are not the warrior of light. We're just an adventurer who's finally, getting to just go back to adventuring.
True.
So we're not, looking for a big threat. The big threat is going to be, coming to find us as this all like progresses. Now it is any big threat they throw at us is going to be, kind of strange, I think. And I'm curious how they're going to handle it, because what's going to top the things we've already fought?
That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing, Matt. They literally captured that in the trailer. Like when fucking Warrior of Light was fighting the King Mamolja, he was like toying with him, and he's like, "You're not gonna beat me."
I mean, really, yeah.
Like, yeah, you cut me, but like, yeah, he fucking whipped out Viper and beat his ass.
Like it's
like,
I mean, even the strongest people out there in the world for us are, we've fought in most of them. So
yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, and it will make whatever the big threat is. It makes it more curious, because it can't be anything that's just big scary monster going to destroy, because in that regard we could just charge through and attack it. So there's got to be a lot more to it, some kind of group or organization or something we're gonna be butting heads with, or something akin to that.
Maybe, but I do feel like they're just gonna fall right into the primal route. Oh, it's a primal. We just gotta stop.
Well, they've already said they're not doing primals.
We can't do primals anymore.
No. I'm saying like the primal route. Like the reason why we took out the primals is because they were sucking up ether. So like regardless if the primal was good or not, we still took it out. That's what I'm saying. Like Dean presents a threat, we're just gonna have to take it out because we just assume it's a threat. That's what I feel like they're gonna just go down to, which I don't know if it's gonna be a good thing or not, because I really hope the Eliminator is just not a one patch boss guy sort of thing.
I mean,
I kind of
if they've been willing to show it to us at this point, I wouldn't put too much stock in it.
I mean, like something, just anything that's not like, oh, we deal with the patch, the bad guy of the patch.
Also,
right,
I feel really silly. I'm not remembering any Eliminator.
The big guy, the big purple mechanical.
Oh, the one they
guy.
showed off side by side with two other, like normal dungeon bosses. Yeah, no, that's absolutely going to be a dungeon boss.
Yeah, that's small time. Yeah. Because I mean, you got the dragon thing, which we saw the signs of it in the dungeon preview. We got the
not real life Quetzalcoatl.
We got the buff tar, who is very likely just going to be a like a enemy in the world, like something you can find on the map, and then this guy is probably going to be, a trial boss.
Or yeah, trial, something like that.
I just want to clarify. I know I've been saying like the eliminate, but that's because we don't know like the faction or like what they're called, right? But I'm using his name in placeholder of like whatever the big bad is of the expansion or the patch or whatever,
I mean,
right?
he's clearly
So I
tied
just
to
want to
whatever
clarify
that
that
futuristic city is because he has
the
the
purple,
purple energy.
yeah,
But
solution 9,
I don't know. I don't think
yeah,
we've been shown anything of immense story significance yet. I could be wrong. I mean, it could be that could end up
I don't think we
being
have either.
yeah, that could end up being a huge part of the story. I don't think we have.
that's what I'm saying. I want him to, but like I don't want them to make Eliminator 9 or something similar to him just to be the bad guy of the patch, and then we just move on.
Well, that model is definitely nothing more than a trial boss. I'm willing to bet. It's. I think they did this with Shadowbringers. They showed us like 3 enemy models. One of them was a trial, one of them was a dungeon boss, and one of them was a mob. So
Yeah,
I think that's what they're
that
doing here
well,
again. Um,
well, if he's a trial, then he's definitely getting an ultimate in like 2 years' time.
Now, like the biggest question mark we have about any of this isn't even so much the story or what the big bad is or anything like that. It's like, let's be real, it's Solution 9. What the heck?
Honestly,
I mean, why bother fucking paying $100 for Cyberpunk 2077 when
I
you can
mean,
just play
honestly,
this?
I can't fault you much for that. That is kind of what that gives off. We have Cyberpunk at home. Turns out it was in Tyrol this whole time.
Like, this so
It's it's so fucking weird because it's
I can't believe they showed it
clearly,
off.
yeah.
I know,
The
right?
fact that they were
Same.
willing to show it
Like
off, it's crazy.
the inspiration is clearly Estar from Final
Yeah,
Fantasy VIII,
coloration wise, yeah.
but purple instead of blue. Yeah, but like it's so baffling to me they showed that off.
Like,
Like, because that's definitely the sixth hidden area that makes you go,
is it though?
Where the
Because
it's
fuck
clearly
am
not
we
I?
have
going
a
to be.
zone from
No, 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 no. That if they didn't show that off, that definitely could have like potentially been the hidden sixth. That's
mean,
what I'm
oh
saying.
yeah, okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
what I would have done is I would
Like,
have left it all being very Mesoamerica related. Had this be the fake out 6 area, where you're like, what the heck is this? And then whatever their real secret would be. Or, honestly, maybe there is no secret. Maybe they just decided, you know what, we're going to give you all the cards, but because we didn't show you anything in that city, we were purposeful not to show off any characters or any major
Objects.
objects.
They removed objects. They
NPCs, yeah.
specifically
So,
said they removed objects. There's flying
yeah,
cars,
Yeah.
y'all. There's flying cars in Solution 9.
I think Nat hit it on the head.
Fucking hell.
I think this is actually, I don't think we're getting a different secret area. I think this is it. And it is actually just going to be Esther. It's going to be the most futuristic thing on the planet in the middle of
still
nowhere.
had that.
Ooh.
They still had that one part of one of the maps in the EU Fan Fest that they're like, we can't show you that. That's painted over, and that's from the southern continent that they were showing us something. So there's still something
was that
there
the
they didn't want to
southern
show
continent?
us.
Okay, I was about to say, yeah, they
Yeah,
were showing
that was
this,
the
but okay.
no, that was the tropical jungle and everything. That's southern because the north stuff is the wasteland and stuff. The old west and the new and I'm assuming Solution 9 is up there because that's what it looks like on the map they showed.
Yeah, because it was just like a giant elegant S like tower in the middle of the fucking desert. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, like
and then there's of course
wild.
there's of course the
West-esque fucking
the Allegan / Ascian connection there that people are making with Ultima.
Yeah, that keeps getting brought. That was brought up during the
Yeah.
actual FanFest in our call. I'm just willing to be surprised on this one. I don't think I'm going to do much digging. I'm just gonna.
All I
I'm
can
gonna
say
brain
is
off.
some people have different opinions on the logo that people are saying that's Ultima's logo. People are varying opinions I've seen on Twitter and other places. When I looked at it, I thought, no, that doesn't quite look right. But then if you flip Ultima's logo upside down, I'm like, okay, now it looks a lot more like it. So,
Oh my
so I'm like,
god.
okay, I can see that
Square Enix
connection.
has never deployed that tactic before, have they?
So, yeah, I mean, yeah. So it's
Yeah, Asians, yeah.
yeah, there's just so much like information on our plate with Dawn Trail, but at the same time, there's like no information. We don't know what to do with any of this. It's wild. And I think that, circling back is why I'm in that level of I'm excited for this. But I don't know why I'm excited for this.
Well, I'm just waiting for the new battle system stuff adjustments, so I'm
We're a
still
couple
waiting
months
on
out from
that.
the Meteor Tour where both Square and
Oh,
whomever they invite
don't
out
remind me.
will be there to test it out and report back to us on that front.
But I mean, it's one of those things. Like, it's one of those things. We don't have a lot of information on things while also having a lot of information.
Yeah.
We don't have any specific trial names like we've gotten before, so we can't make any connections there. We have the name of our 8-man raid.
Yes.
The giant, Nvidia
Yes.
tower. We have
So fucking dumb.
our Alliance raid and its Final Fantasy 11 connection.
Yeah. Merge the subs. Merge the subs.
But yeah, no real information if you think about it.
There was a lot of show don't tell, which is generally a good thing. I prefer that over tell don't show because tell fucking puts me to sleep. But yeah, it was very, very heavy showing, not telling us what the fuck things are, except for certain names.
I mean, the only like new information we got to go off of is we're getting 2 new
And
jobs.
More like
Viper and
Sleepomancer.
Pictomancer.
I'll grant you.
Okay.
I'm also not utterly in love with Pictomancer, but it's not a class that's for me. I think that there will be plenty of people out there who are going to be very pleased with it, though.
I love it because of the 6 reference.
Yeah, Realm is great.
Yeah, because Realm was fantastic. So I'm very happy with that. I won't play it. Like, it's not going to be my main job. I mean, I will play it and, level it.
Of course.
But it won't be my main job, I don't think. And the way they described it, probably not going to be my main job.
I worry about that. I wouldn't have described it the way they did. They did themselves.
Yeah, they said it's not a support, but it's clearly a fucking support.
Well, no.
Yeah.
The big issue is it is a caster that does not have a raise.
Yes.
Which means the class it's competing with is Black Mage. Good luck.
Oh, I literally did say, oh, finally, it's like not boring fucking Black Mage. Because you're not standing still. There's instacars and all that. I'm pretty sure Black Mage also has instacars, but you gotta be like level 90 or some shit. But yeah, it seems to be a little bit in between Summoner and Black Mage in terms of like actual like mobility.
I can't say it for mobility. Everything I saw they were stood still anyway. So
yeah, I mean they haven't shown us enough. They showed us just a little with both of these jobs. They've given us just a little morsel to chew on.
They did say that. They did say that there was like just instant cards.
It said it had some instant cast abilities, yeah. But I mean that's really not any. That's not really any information to go off of, unfortunately. But like the little bit they showed us, like with both of them, it's just a little morsel to just kind of wet the palate. It's like okay.
I super want to see someone who is actually interested in this class and willing to put the time in. Show me what the class can do, because it looks like it's going to be fun. Just not for me.
I just want to see the rest of the animations, because I mean, what little bit I saw was not bad. And it's
I won't lie.
I will say
I'm not in love with the Splatoon VFX. I wish there was.
Really? I wish there was. I am. I actually kind of like it.
They felt really flat to me. I would have liked to see. I don't know what.
I think that's the point.
I'm kind of with all it.
Obviously,
I
actually kind of.
They didn't resonate with me a whole lot. They were like I liked what they were going for.
Yeah, the
but it
concept
just-
is super sound.
Yeah, but
There's
the
something about
animations
Yeah.
just felt cheap, I guess, is the
Yeah.
best word I could think of.
Well, I mean, it's literally a Pictomon, so of course it's gonna be fucking cheap.
I mean,
Because it is off-brand Plumage after all, so you know.
no, that's not really true.
Yes, it is. It's sick.
In 6, maybe, but I
Yeah,
mean,
is it-
even then, not really. The way it works is a little different.
well, in 14, yeah.
I mean, and just in general, like the concept behind it. Like, blue mages learn to use the magic of the monsters. Pictomancers paint what they see and replicate it. And that's in 6 specifically. But with what we have here, Pictomancers, paint out their magic. I don't know. I want to see more of the animations because what we
Same.
what we've seen here is very, just a little dull, and it's like we have all this color flashing around, but it doesn't feel very impactful. I think the most like sparkly animation we saw was when they painted a Moogle, and the Moogle like Kamehameha'd the.
Yeah, he used hyper.
Yeah, he like just hyper beamed the enemies. Like I was like, okay, well that's kind of cool. I would like to see something for those listeners that get it. I know Dalit will get it. Would be really cool to see something a little bit along the lines of like Hokusai from FGO.
Yeah, agree.
Where you kind of paint the landscape kind of thing, and the landscape takes form as an attack. Like things like that would be really cool. But yeah.
The other side of this is it kind of has to keep up with Viper, which is not only inherently more exciting to look at, but is also not the box art job, the job they've thrown onto Meteor, to the main character.
MC.
So
yeah,
like that's already a hard uphill. Now that said, don't get me wrong, Trial was so fucking adorable.
Now what Kryl was doing in that trailer looked great.
That looked fun. Yeah, exactly. That had like the feel that I wanted over what I saw in game. And even Viper in game looks amazing, but I mean it's Zidane. It's Zidane's weapons. He's got 2 one-handed swords that become a 2-handed sword. Like it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Now you wanted to say something about Pictomancer, right?
I will say though, quickly, one thing that shit me off that Yoshi P he didn't say, which he should have said. I don't know why he didn't. So when he said that, Pictomancer, blah blah blah, he mentioned Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
But he did not mention Pictomancer in fucking Bravely Second. I don't know why he didn't do that.
Because Bravely Second isn't a Final Fantasy game.
But it is.
It's not a Final Fantasy game.
It's clearly a spiritual successor.
It's an IP that Square Enix owns.
If he can mention fucking Dragon Quest, I'm pretty sure he can mention Bravely.
Yeah, but you're talking about
you're
talking about orders of magnitude difference in terms of like the revenue they generate. Bravely Default, I don't think has ever been a failure, but it's also not making any money. Not really.
But he did also say if Pictomancer comes up in other
future installments
of any title or IP that Square Enix owns,
he did say that
in the German translation, they will no longer be Duplicant; it will be Pictocant. So, I mean, that in and of itself is a reference to that, where it will be in Bravely Third or Bravely Default 3 or whatever.
Or
if they want to use it again,
just whatever
they
will spiritual success.
It will
title,
use the new name.
Yeah.
So,
but him not mentioning Bravely Second, I was actually miffed.
No, the Bravely series has never been mentioned in the same breath as the Final Fantasy series by.
Besides, it was Final Fantasy 14, so the only thing they're gonna reference is Final Fantasy. And that's
100%.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. So annoying.
But
now, granted, I agree with you.
Yes, let's get into Viper now.
I should say that. I do agree with you. I like the Bravely Default series. I think that they should continue that because turn-based games are not dead, and that is a great example of a fantastic turn-based.
Exactly.
Every turn-based, almost every turn-based game that's come out in the last few years from a well-to-do company has done very, very well. So,
yeah.
it's not dead, and people need to stop saying that, particularly in the big corporate of video games, or like turn-based is dead. It's not dead. You can look at the numbers and see it's not dead.
And you're right. You were right to name corporate, because these are the same people that said single player is dead and live service is the only way forward in the future. I don't know what tea leaves they read to get these, but it's not profits.
You got to be online to play single player games. Isn't that fun?
There are some, yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, but regardless, let's actually talk about something that's actually good and fun to play. Viper.
I certainly hope it is.
I hope so too.
It looks super fluid, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of these jobs that ends up getting screwed the moment a boss mob like jumps off screen. But yeah, man, it looks so good.
It looks really so
good.
Oh yeah.
One of 2 Final Fantasy IX references.
Is the other one the actual Zidane outfit?
No. Viper in its name, you can take as a Final Fantasy IX reference because of a weapon set that Zidane has in Final Fantasy IX.
Okay, I said let's talk about something fun, okay?
And I'm talking about Final Fantasy IX. So so yeah, there's, and then not to mention like that's part of like Zidane's weaponry is 2 like single blades that he sticks together. So you got that, and then you also Solution 9.
She goes into trance.
Yeah, and then you have Solution 9, which is the name of a. I want to say it's the name of a locale, like a location in 9 as well. Maybe it was the name of a building or something, but yeah, that is also mentioned in Final Fantasy. There's several Final Fantasy IX references, which is kind of fun to see.
Oh, it's his Dyne ability. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm gonna be real with you. I wanna go back to Final Fantasy 3 with the cover art, the Amano cover
Final Fantasy 3 can die in a fire, and I'll be happy. So happy.
I'm right there with you, Matt. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
The best version of Final Fantasy 3 is actually just 14.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, you could have just said Bravely Default, and I would have agreed with you.
I would have taken Final Fantasy 5. That would have been a acceptable answer as well.
Ooh. But yeah, anyway.
But Viper looks so good. It looks amazing. I am among the horde of people that are flocking to it. Like, this is going to be my new main. Because as much as I like casters, I always end up enjoying playing something a little bit more up in the fight. Back in when I played World of Warcraft, I really loved the casters. I always got more playtime on my warrior, on my rogue, on things that were up in the fight. And I always, and like my personal taste is I'm a sword person first and foremost. I like lances and things. Secondly, Dragoon's fine. It's fun. It's a different type of lance work than what I like. And then with sword classes in 14, we've got Paladin, which is what I've played the most. We've got Samurai, which is flashy and cool, but not what I really stuck with or meshed with. And we've got Ninja, which I mean, also cool, but not the sword fantasy I'm going for. You can also throw in Red Mage in there.
Forgetting about Dark Knight.
Dark Knight as well. You can throw in Red Mage as well, because rapier, and I love rapiers, but it's mostly a casting class, so that didn't really pan out for me.
Fast.
And then Dark Knight. But great swords are never really where I gravitate towards. It's more like one-handed swords. So this I am excited for.
Yeah. You're more of a long sword kind of guy, and not a katana or a ninja turret.
Well, no, normally I prefer katanas and a lot of those fighting.
I was about to say, what are you talking about? Matthew loves the samurai.
I'm talking about like in 14.
Yeah,
like obviously outside.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking more about like my personal taste more than I was in 14.
Right.
So yeah, normally I love samurai aesthetic. I love the katana, and I love a lot of iajutsu and kendo and things like that. And I don't dislike samurai in 14. I think it's very fun. It's just the actual feeling of playing it, though it looks very cool and it checks a lot of the boxes that I should like. It's just
It just doesn't click
yeah, it
with
doesn't
you.
it doesn't mesh with me. And Ninja's a lot of the same thing. It just doesn't mesh with me. Ninja has a little bit to do, I think, with the jutsu system and why I
Well,
don't mesh with it.
so
Not that
yeah,
I
I was gonna
dislike
say,
it, because I
well,
think it's really cool.
Ninja
I think it's a really
Ninja
cool.
relies on ping heavily, so
Yeah, like I said, I think it's really cool, but I just it there's a dissonance between me playing and that. And so for the most part, I've stuck to my paladin and I've played Dark Knight a little bit. So I'm excited for another sword job, and maybe this one will be the one that I really mesh with. Because if not, then I guess I'm just going to continue hitting things with my book as a summoner, and leveling the paladin.
okay, healer.
Very far from a healer. This is 14.
Not anymore once we get Dawn trailer and once that Alliance raid comes here. Sorry, bro, but
it's not just suddenly going to become Final Fantasy 11.
You're gonna become a healer.
It's not just suddenly going to become Final
24
Fantasy
man,
11.
right?
They're not going to just change the class.
All right, you say then. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I do hope with the media tour and the changes that Summoner is inevitably going to get, that part of the things we get is the ability to finally like summon things other than just Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Like we do a cycle where it goes, Bahamut phase, then we do those three, then we do Phoenix phase, and then we do Ramu, Shiva, Leviathan. Like that would be really cool.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that though.
I'm not holding my breath. I learned from the moment I saw Summoner in 14 not to hold my breath with it. And
I mean, that's true. Yeah, it's always been the problem child.
So I'm not holding my breath with it, but it's just like, though it finally feels like a summoner playing it now, and that is very enjoyable, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've come to the problem of, I feel very limited because I can't summon all the summons that are in the game that we have very much fought in the game. So it's just like I constantly feel like it's like just always a little bit falling short. And
it's always going to lag behind because of the amount of time it took to get to present.
Yeah.
Because it didn't launch in the best state, it's always been kind of playing catch up. And now that it's finally in a good state, I would also be terrified to mess with it too much.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like
to say that I'm right.
I feel like even if they followed my, like what I just suggested, it wouldn't mess with it too much. It would just change from doing a 2 Ifrit Garuda Titan to doing 1, and then you have a second phase just like it. That's the other 3.
Well, the safest way is going to be just using Shadowbringers, Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan models for the summons for level 100.
Oh, wait, when you say summon, do you mean like Bahamut and Phoenix?
Yeah, whenever you whenever you
no. We're getting maybe getting one new summon. Maybe. I don't expect us to get another.
No. So when you hit level 90, right, you unlock like Hellfire and all that shit for like Ifrit and all that, right? And it's like Ifrit like as big as the game allows it. What I'm saying is when you get level 100, the safest bet is probably them having another advancement or another like summon level to make Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan be Shadowbringer, Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan. Does that make sense?
I'm trying to think of what difference there is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
There is. Well, that's the thing. That's not a fucking difference. I'm just saying, like, the safest way for level 100 for Summoner would be that, just to change the models and then make them do a different attack.
I feel like you don't understand why we're confused. What do you mean different models?
So, okay, when you summon, you have Ifrit, right? As a Realm Reborn Ifrit.
You mean the Aggie?
No. Yes.
Okay.
No, wait, no. Okay, so you summon Carbuncle, right? And then whenever you do what's it called? Aether something. Aether Flow. Is it Aether Flow?
Yeah, Aether Flow.
And then when you summon Carbuncle, it's like it gives you the gauge, right? And it goes down, right? And it allows you to summon Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, right?
Yeah.
Who here has played Summoner recently?
I've got it all the way to 90. It's the main thing I play.
But have you played it recently?
Yes.
So,
He
yeah,
said
so
he got to
you know
90.
how whenever you... Yeah, but like, regardless, when you summon Ifrit, Ifrit comes down and uses Hellfire, does he not? Or does he do something else at level 90?
Level 90, you summon Ifrit, and he
Yes.
does his attack, and then he keeps
Yes.
attacking during his
And then-
phase.
Yes. What I'm saying is, at level 100, the safest bet for Square Enix to do, without changing pretty much anything except for the model and then the damage and whatever, right? New move, would be using Shadowbringer's model for Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan.
Okay, well, you still don't understand what me and Dalit don't get. What model?
When you say model,
Because
what do you
Ifrit
mean?
and them have the
Bro,
same model.
They have the
like-
same model. They haven't changed models.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they no, no, they don't. In Shadowbringers, they've changed it in Eden Raid.
Oh,
Are you
that's
talking about
what
the
you meant.
Eden? Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's in Shadowbringers.
No, that's not what they're gonna do at all. That didn't make any sense.
No, absolutely not.
I said that is the safest way, not what they're gonna fucking do.
Me and Matthew were like, they didn't
We're
change.
so
They're the
confused.
same
Yeah,
thing.
I was like, what?
Oh my god, you guys!
Oh,
Why
you're
would we
so
think of
lost.
Eden of all things? We're talking
Because
about
we are
Ifrit and
talking
them.
about Summoner, and the only time other than Endwalker with Summoner being reworked is the closest thing would be Shadowbringers with Eden's Ifrit, Garuda, and Titan, where they got a makeover.
Yeah, but you have to remember those versions are. We made them
Not
up.
real.
We
Yeah.
made them up. They were
Yeah,
plucked. They were
not real.
plucked from our fucked up memories of like 2 or 3 different elemental fights that felt similar.
Yeah, like it.
It's why Ramu and Ixion were mashed together.
Yeah, and it's why we
Yeah.
like we didn't really get bathed in any like entities either. So
Yeah.
that wouldn't really work either. That would also
That's-
theoretically require you
That's
to
oh my god.
play through the Eden raid, and that is not a main story thing.
No, not really, because you don't need to do fucking Bahamut coils to get Bahamut.
No, well, yeah, but they
Look,
explain that in
I'm
story because
saying
Bahamut's
all I'm
Aether is
saying
everywhere.
is that is the safest way, not the way that they should go. That is what I'm trying to say.
Alright.
I don't know that I agree, but
Oh
okay.
Okay.
But yeah, to the point of Viper, it looks very fun, and it is a hope
It sure
of
does.
of just a sword class again that,
Yeah.
that I'm excited
can't-
for, and I want to get my hands on it. I want to play it, and I hope it feels good to play. Like I really want to enjoy it.
I am definitely not going to mod my game to make it so I look like Roxas or Valiform Sora.
You know it's coming.
I don't know what you're talking about, Square Enix. I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay, I'm mods. What the fuck are they?
No, I'm really pleased with this as a class. I'm so happy to see people like actually super stoked. It's like Reaper was last time. People just
Mhm.
saw it and lit up. I'm always pleased to see that
I
reaction.
love Reaper.
I am boring as sin. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna come back. I'm going to level my aiming first. I'm gonna play Bard and Dancer because I have never liked Machinist, and I don't know why. It just never gelled with me.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I'll probably continue to be Bard and Dancer because my brain is smooth and they are simple.
I want to say I'll finally play something different. Like I don't know. I've always been kind of in a confluent spot with my what I main, because it's like, and I never really found something that I super mesh with. I didn't really enjoy Paladin, and I played it for a long time. But I don't know that tanking has like an innate little bit of anxiety for me. So it always slows me down when I'm doing stuff because of that. And
Trust me, dude. Just do 2 dungeons and that tank anxiety will fucking go away. Like, it's like there's no such thing as tank anxiety. I wouldn't be real with you. Like, yeah,
No, I very much
you
have
can
it. It's
get
very
like
much real.
nervous.
No,
Like,
it's very much real. I know a bunch of people who do have to deal with that. I don't have it anymore, but it's certainly a big reason why I didn't. When 2.0 came out, I was a paladin. It's the first thing I raised. It's because I, like Matthew, I'm a big fan of the sword and board aesthetic. I like that look. But it wasn't
Right.
worth dealing with people and pulling at the end, so I went to play something else.
Right.
I can
sorry.
now do it. It's fine because I have a better understanding of the game, and now, for fear of sounding super conceited, I end up playing a bit better than other folks, so now that anxiety has gone away. Like, I know all of the classes I play, but before, when it was all new territory and people had all these expectations, yeah, that shit's rough, man. That shit's real rough.
It's like the anxiety isn't so much with tanking, it's more the people and
Yeah,
like
100%.
the things you have to deal with. Like, I really don't enjoy doing big pulls with random people. If I know my healer, then it's fine. But if I don't know the healer, if you're a random person I met, I don't want to do big pulls with you. That's just I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm the reason you feel like this. You don't know that. I will absolutely let you get into single digit percentages before I just toss on a benediction. I am absolutely glare maging it up.
It just, I mean, it's not even that my health gets low. It's just, if in a big pool, if something goes wrong, it feels like my fault, and I don't know. And like, I'm bad at communicating. That's on me. So I don't know, how comfortable everybody is or whatever. It, like, my anxiety with tanking and healing and everything all comes back to my really bad social anxiety, I think. So
Look, that's fair, but the best way to get over anxiety is just fucking do it. And even if you do,
That is true, though.
if you die, just go at it again. Just pull big, do whatever, and then
If he dies, he dies.
well, if the healer doesn't do its fucking job, then it's not really your fault. But like you
I mean, I've played the game for
you just need to
10
do
years now. Like, I know, I just do it, and I do it. It's fine. The anxiety's still there,
fair,
and it's just
but
not comfortable.
I don't know. I think I'm just over it, and I'm just like literally the best way to get over tank anxiety is to just start tanking in dungeons, start doing big pulls, and then just getting over it.
I don't do big pulls. I don't. if if I tank and people want to do big pulls, I'm sorry, I'm not. I just don't enjoy them that much. I'm not super comfortable. I'm fine with them as a DPS. They're fun as a DPS. I don't enjoy them as a tank. I don't want to do
but
them.
you have the easiest way to
So I'm
tank
not
a
going to do it
dungeon.
if I don't want to.
Paladin. You have
And
solid prayer.
if you want to run and get those mobs and make it a big pool, I will happily let you die, because that's not my problem. I said no. I'm leading. I'm the one that has to go in there first. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I'm always constantly, like, trying to make things enjoyable for other people when I play social games. Respect that I don't enjoy that, yo. All right, if I don't want to do the big pool, I'll do it.
Okay.
And that's just like MMO and online etiquette, right? Like, that should be common courtesy. Like, I'm sorry if you don't enjoy it. You got to consider what the other people you're playing with enjoy, because at the end of the day, you are playing with other people. So, I mean, and that goes for me too, but it's like, that's not enjoyable and it's not comfortable for me, and I don't want to do something that's not comfortable. But yeah, I'm hoping to wash my hands of tanking, though I technically already have, because if I don't enjoy Viper, which I'm so afraid for, then I'll probably just play Summoner through.
Sure.
Because I mean, like, it's fun enough that I enjoy it now,
fair.
so I'll probably play Summoner through. But yeah,
I'll
no,
make a point
I'm
of having one of every class in my back pocket. I have a
Yeah,
Gunbreaker for my tank, because Gunbreaker is just it's 3 DPS in a trench coat.
Oh my god, you gunbreakers as well.
I love it. It's
when
scary,
I'm
though.
in the zone for playing, I can play almost anything. I don't heal. I can play almost anything.
Just play
Um,
Sage.
I don't heal.
To be fair, Sage,
Yeah.
Sage is another
Yeah,
good
just
call.
play Sage. You dealing damage, fucking heals.
Sage and White Mage are my go-to. But honestly, yeah, like honestly, I think you're doing the right thing, Matt. Like when in doubt, find a DPS to do stuff. It is the least amount of responsibility and the most amount of fun.
Like I mean that's what it is, and I want Viper to be good. I love pirate. It's got a pirate theme. I'm all for this class. I want to, or it's got a pirate vibe.
Oh man,
And I just I want to enjoy it.
As for
I want
theming, you
that.
have Ninja and Cooler Ninja now.
Yeah, I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it. I want to brain dead DPS, not brain dead, but you know a DPS with limited responsibility. And when I play, I want to get to that point that I can tank or I can heal, but I never get to play enough to get to that point. I want to improve. I just never get the chance to.
I hope Viper has a fucking AoE weapon skill at level 15. That's all I'm fucking asking. As
Okay, I would
as,
say AoE weapon skill. Of
as
course, we'll have that. At
someone
15, we'll see.
who recently like leveled up 2 characters, one on OCE and one on NA. Holy fuck, man! Leveling up Trigger pre-level 41 makes me want to fucking kill myself. Not having an AoE skill for dungeons sucks. So I'm hoping Viper has at least one AoE skill at level 15. So it just gets
Well,
right
looking
into
at
it.
its animations, it looks like it
Oh, thank
will,
God.
but those animations were on a max level Viper, so who can
Right.
say?
I mean, it's kind of weird. I feel like it won't because it's one of those because all of our jobs start at a higher level now. So
Yeah, but
I
they
feel like
still
Coming in
need
at
to.
70?
Yeah, 80.
80.
It's always 20
80.
levels below max level, the new max level. But
Yeah.
they still need to
Yeah,
think of
20
early
levels is. Oh,
dungeons.
no, never mind, you're right.
They still need to.
Yeah, level cap raised to 100.
Yeah,
Sure.
Brain forgot about that.
But
I don't know.
But they still need to think about the early dungeons because that's what everyone fucking goes through. Even though, people queue in for duty roulette leveling and they don't want to do low level dungeons, people still get them. So they still need to think about low level.
Well, I mean, they think about it enough. I mean, they think about it enough for the class to function and play, but I don't
Yes.
think they think about it enough to we're going to give them AoE because I mean, even most of the existing things that actually have to level through that range don't have AoE except for Black Mage.
I
Monk.
think Bard does as well.
Yes,
But
Bard
regardless
with
to all of
Archer.
that, it doesn't matter because they've already shown they have no interest in thinking about things like that. Because if they wanted to do that, they would nerf our damage and give us access to our full rotations. It would make it infinitely easier. Just let me play up to wherever I am leveling.
God, if
just nerf my damage. Just give me access to my full rotation.
That was.
And they have already come out and they've shown that they have no interest in doing that. Matter of fact, they are very against doing that. I think they mentioned that there's too many things to balance and we would just be far too powerful.
That's why all I'm asking is just one AoE weapon skill level 50. That's all I'm asking. It is not that hard. That's all I'm asking. But yeah.
Just cap my damage. Just cap my damage. That's all I'm saying. Make it so I literally can't do too much.
There is another thing we got out of this recent fan fest that was interesting. Now I know me and Dollop both haven't done all of the 6.x stories.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm on 6.1 somewhere.
You have played through all of it, right?
I have done 6.4. I haven't done 5 or part 2.
Okay. Well, so maybe you don't know then for sure. We got a piece of like art towards the end of the keynote. I guess it would be considered the key art for the expansion or something.
The Dawn Trail key art with all the characters in a pyramid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 characters in that I've never seen before. We have the lady at the top.
Yep.
Who very curious about. I'm wondering is she somebody we've met in the Point X? I don't know.
It's
we got the Mikote dude who looks who looks eerily similar to the leader of the Arcanist Guild. So I'm just kind
The
of like,
cool Makoto.
huh?
Wait, back up. The Arcanist? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Arcanist.
I was
the Arcanist
thinking of
Guild,
the person who runs it day to day, but she's technically not the lead. Yeah, he does.
She's
You're correct.
she's the vice master. You meet the lead like in the final quest,
True.
and like I remember doing that quest back in the day and just meeting him, and I'm just like, I like him. He's awesome. I want more of this guy, and he's never seen again because he's literally only there that one time.
True, he just fucked
And I'm
up.
just like, he's such an interesting character to me, and I love his design, everything about him, but he only shows up that one time, and I'm just like, such wasted potential. But yeah, this guy in the poster looks like eerily familiar or similar to him, and I'm just like, what? It's obviously not him, but
Yeah, I have no idea who they're going to be. They look very cool.
yeah.
Cool.
I know the
Makoto,
Froth girl
cooler
will
Makoto.
probably the Froth girl will probably meet en route to 6.55 because she's with us in
She
the
got
boat.
the-
Yeah, I think they.
So
Yeah, she got the Yugiri treatment, I think in 0.5 or whatever, where
Gosetsu,
like she
more accurately.
Gosetsu, yeah. Yugiri Gosetsu, same, like they did the same thing. They like either they sort of showed up at some point. With Yugiri, it was just like the
Well,
hood up and
Yeah.
everything.
they made
But
sure that
with-
we knew
with-
she was there, but we couldn't see anything.
Yeah, and with Gosetsu, it was he himself just showed up, and with her, I think the camera angle we only saw her from like the waist down or something. So
Okay.
like it was a strange, like I may be getting that wrong, but I saw something about it on Twitter, and that's what I thought they were talking about. I didn't go into it because I was like, I don't want to spoil it for myself. So, but yeah,
As for the last girl, I would be willing to bet she is unique to Dawn Trail. That's my guess.
it's just Minfilia. I don't know why you guys are getting so confused about it.
Minfilia. Minfilia.
in before she's the big bad.
If she is the
Mom's
big
gone,
bad, then-
Minfilia's gone. Let that poor soul rest. Thancred couldn't do it again anyway. Thancred would die this time.
Like in before she's the big bad. There you go. She's the sweet but innocent face that's pulling all the strings.
Yeah, but she's a cruel empress.
Yeah. She lives in the penthouse in New York there.
it'll be something different.
Yeah. And then like I said, they showed us the 8-man raid. We got its name, the Altrium or something like that. Giant, RTX tower.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Cool. I want to say with that tower, with that
Oh
raid,
my god. Actual GPU fans just everywhere.
them going for Pictomancer is a missed opportunity because they should have done Green Mage, because then we could have gone into the RTX tower with RGB.
I hate this so much. Fuck this joke, I swear.
I mean, we're already doing that. Tank, healer, DPS,
man.
red, blue, and green.
Yeah, but RGB.
No, but Red
though.
Mage, Green Mage, Blue Mage.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that I like the concept so much that I'm a little disappointed in Pictomancer now. Because I was the one saying before all this, Green Mage, Green Mage, Green Mage. Nah, it's not going to be Green Mage. It's not going to do that again. I wouldn't have guessed Pictomancer. I just couldn't tell what it was. And admittedly, Green Mage of the two seemed to have the better lead up. They dropped a Green Mage symbol.
Okay, hold on. If Green Mage did come out, is it going to be Vieira only job?
Like tactics?
No.
Yes, thank you. You got my joke.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you.
I didn't finish tactics. I wouldn't know that. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like the one that made the most sense. I don't know. Like I'm kind of with you. Pictomancer just seemed like so niche. I never would have expected it.
I might have been saying I doubt it's Green Mage, but I was in no way saying, oh, it's definitely Pictomancer. No.
Right.
But there were people who guessed it, and that's crazy.
There were a lot of people, and there were a lot of people who guessed it before Yoshi P then showed off the shirt and said, well, yeah, now it's definitely Pictomancer.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, because comics.
What do you mean? It's
You draw
definitely
comics.
Pictomancer.
Yeah, you draw comics.
Yeah, it's the
Hey
artist.
guys, all
What?
I gotta say is, Yoshi P did that Pictomancer cosplay very good.
Oh God! Have you seen the cursed image?
Yes. I
Okay, I'm
I
glad.
do wish he actually fucking cosplay as the Pictomancer.
No, Yoshi P. I understand. There is a level of dignity that you must maintain as a forward-facing member of the organization. I respect.
I
it.
will only
Also,
I will only forgive you if you tell me where you got that drip at. That's the only way. I want that shirt.
He was dripped out. I want that whole look. I'm gonna steal it wholesale from my man's Yoshi P. He rocked off
Raiding
with
Yoshi P's closet. That thing
I
is
love
nice.
that. I love that baseball jersey. And he made the turtleneck work, and his jeans were on point.
Yeah.
I forget what his boots were, but they looked nice. I remember just saying, I want the whole set. I want that in my closet.
I kind of hope he actually.
I'm gonna cop all of it.
I hope he gets like actual like baseball player signature to sign that shirt because that'd be fucking awesome. Whatever his like favorite like baseball team is.
I need to now spend entirely too much money on a Warrior of Light jersey, which I didn't think I was ever going to say because I have a couple. I have a Griffey jersey and a not Benji Molina, a Yadier Molina jersey. I would love to have a Warrior of Light jersey.
Yeah.
I like jerseys.
I want
really
a Warrior
comfy.
of Light. They are very comfy. I would love a Warrior of Light jersey. Like, when does that go up on the shop? I remember we were sitting in call watching the keynote for JP, and one of our friends was like, "Collector's edition, collector's edition, collector's edition." And I'm just sitting here like, "Screw that! When's that jersey going on sale? I want
200
that.
to
It's
500
gonna be
bucks.
so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally not gonna be able to afford it. It's gonna be like needlessly expensive. If I ever start a company, I'm saying this out loud. If I ever started a company and I made merch, understand my merch would not be aimed to make gross amounts of money. I would be trying to get as many people as possible to buy my shit and wear it.
I mean, that's kind of what we're sort of trying to do here with this podcast, right? Right, fellas? Right?
You got a shirt you wanna pimp out to us? Did I miss the merch meeting?
Well, I mean, the merch meeting isn't scheduled for another 2 months, but I mean,
like
we can have that fast.
I just have a full black T-shirt. That's my idea.
Great idea.
Yep.
Love it. So, Pictomancer Viper's side, clearly the thing we need to be talking about. Not the 8-man raid and the RGB tower. Not the Alliance raid and the Final Fantasy 11 stuff.
I'm gonna be a Roth girl.
Not even the Roth girl.
Oh damn! I thought that was the joke you were leading to.
No.
We're gonna we'll circle back around to that.
I'll check his
not even the Roth girl. Beastmaster 7.x. Let's go.
Oh, genuinely, yeah.
You know what? I will only become a Beastmaster if I could tame those female Hrothgar ladies. Ooh.
Okay. I thought I was being ridiculous.
Look, they don't.
Bro, you
they
ain't
don't
taming them. They're stepping all over you.
Without a reason.
They are stepping all over you.
I gotta get my queens. Quite literally.
Beastmaster's a good choice for a limited style job.
Limited jobs are cool. Like, I really like Blue Mage from an aesthetic standpoint. Though I haven't actually leveled mine. And Beastmaster is just one of those that I'm like, I really like this job as well.
So. I would be very interested to see how many people interact with this job past leveling. Because as cool as the concepts are, like, I love having a Blue Mage. And I really dig the idea of a Beastmaster. I'm never going to level these because I want all the jobs that I sink any amount of time into to be usable when I go do content.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason I haven't leveled mine as well. That's one of the reasons, anyways.
And yeah, blue mage is never going to be that. Like I can you even go into? You can go into dungeons with a blue mage, right? If you unsync,
Yeah.
But it's always
if you unsync or
you
just
can even do
it
raids.
with a
You just can't do past 70, 80?
Yeah, you just can't do
It's 80 now.
content. You're always 10 levels behind.
Something like that. But yeah, like you
Thereabouts.
can technically do raids and all that. You probably can't do ultimate raids, but you can do
Yeah,
like,
I suppose
8-man raids.
No, because you can't unsync ultimates, but I don't necessarily know that you would need to.
I think you can go in even without unsyncing it as long as the full party is pre.
Is it?
Like blue mage is weird because is it strong enough to do an ultimate?
If
like can you afford to lose a slot in an ultimate for a blue mage?
If the blue mage has every single spell, maybe question
Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I'll ask Say. She'll know. But yeah, like I definitely like this. Like I enjoy the idea of having Beastmaster. I'm definitely more excited about Beastmaster than I am about Blue Mage. The aesthetic didn't do anything for me. Though I'm always gonna love you, Quistis. So there's that.
Yeah, but Quistis is slightly different, thankfully.
Yeah, Beastmaster, however, is super novel. I genuinely didn't think it was going to be Beastmaster, despite Beastmaster being the obvious and best choice to the locale.
Yeah,
I really did think like they're not going to do Beastmaster. What they're going to do is Puppet Master, so they can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And over half the puppets are already in the shape of enemy types.
Yeah,
anyhow.
the mammoths and all that. Yeah.
So.
I feel like Puppet Master is going to be some kind of. They're going to do a very unique twist on it as an actual job in 14.
Yeah, it could definitely be the third.
Be careful, job. As I recall, Puppet Master killed Monk in 11. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, because it did all the same things and could do more. So
I expect Puppet Master, if we see it in 14, will be a very unique take on it. That'll be an actual job, like probably ranged, if I had to guess.
Maybe.
So yeah. But Beastmaster, like, very excited for it because I like it. It's cool. I want to tame dinosaurs.
What are we going to use as weapon, though? Is it going to be whips or bells?
Everyone keeps saying
so. Yeah, that's the thing. The weapon was what I was actually exactly what I was about to mention. Like, the whip is the first thing I think of, and like the only thing that I can really think they do. Bell is a good one.
They can technically do.
And of course, being no, they can't because harps are associated with bell.
Oh, right. Yes, that's true.
So we all go to a different place because you say whip, which is my second choice in my head.
Mm-hmm.
You said bells, which admittedly I hadn't considered, though I understand.
Tactics brain, baby.
I go to Axis. Axis because of 11. And obviously they're not going to get two
that was
going
to be the next thing I brought up.
Because that would be too confusing to A, their new 2-handed Viper, and B, axes exist in the game.
I mean, you can still do one-handed axe, but like, oh wait, no, because hatchets and for botanist.
Just so. Exactly.
Yeah.
At this point...
Well, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything because we still got scythes on Reaper. And
that's true. That's true.
I mean, if you do specifically... I know, because even... What the fuck would you call it? Because axe is already taken and hatchet's already taken in terms of the name.
I wonder if the Beastmaster themselves, how involved they will be in combat. Because that's going to tell you a lot. If they're involved, then they need a weapon.
Yes.
If they're not that involved, then they don't need a traditional weapon.
Yeah, so bell or whip of some kind.
A whip can absolutely be a traditional weapon if they want to go that route.
Yeah.
If they give whip to Beastmaster, however, I'm going to be super disappointed because whip animations are always really cool.
I'm with Dalit here. Like, as much as I think whip would look cool on Beastmaster, I would hate not getting to see those animations.
On like an actual
I would want that to be... Yeah, I would want that to be a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Like, job.
Yep, agreed. So yeah, hopefully we'll pray that it's fucking cool. Bell or something.
Really fucking cool.
Or whistle or some kind.
They could thrown out the idea of... Oh, whistle would be interesting.
Yeah.
Sensor.
Yeah.
So like something like if you're gonna go
Oh yes,
non-combatant on the master and really double down onto whatever
on the
the
beast.
monster is,
Yeah.
then it probably won't be a traditional weapon.
Mm.
That's my assumption here. But also, because we have to take damage in order to die,
Yeah.
I'm assuming the master will be a combatant.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the
it's
weapon,
true.
the monster will function as spells and weapon skills.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably true. It's probably going to be like you click the skill, the monster pertaining to the skill shows up and does the
Yeah.
skill, and then
Yeah. Summon
I
a
will be
bomb to do
interested
self-destruct.
if there will be multiple monster types, or if it'll be one set of like one monster whose appearance you can change.
No, I think it's
Like
gonna be multiple.
whether it be a dodo or a curl, it'll always do the same things. It'll just look different.
Mm.
if that's the case, there's no reason they wouldn't have just stuck with one animal and made it like an
Yeah.
actual job.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be
like-
like, you can get a bomb, you can get a saboteur or sabotender, what the fuck they're called, the cactars. You can get
Yeah, sabotender.
Mhm.
yeah, like wolves.
A
or the-
gigantender.
yeah, imagine if you could tame him, the big boy.
He only needs one
Only
needle.
one
I mean,
Yeah.
frankly, the stuff
Injects you in the face.
when I think about the things that I would be interested in seeing tamed, it is things like curls, like the lion statues that were used in Amdapur.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, we're obviously not going to be taming Voidsent. That would probably be a
Oh.
bit. Well, then again,
Uh,
maybe.
I mean, if
Though
Reaper can
that's
do
complicated.
it, if Reaper can do it,
That's very
That's
complicated.
That's
Very
narratively
complicated.
yeah,
difficult.
let's just do native Eorzean animals for the time being.
But yeah, whether they be avians, the cats, the various monster types, I'll be interested to see how they differentiate themselves. Because I mean, Matt, you bring it up. Like, I don't think it's weird to say that it has to be multiple creatures.
Mm.
And now, is this going to be a glorified blue mage where every weapon skill is a new creature?
I
and you have
think
a
that's what's gonna.
host of creatures behind you.
I think that's
Are you in fact just going to go full SMT? Are you the demiurge? Not the demiurge, the demi fiend.
I was thinking Pokemon, but that
I mean,
works too.
Pokemon is probably
You're just gonna go full.
probably the better one because they're not.
You're just gonna go full Pokemon, and you just call
You have
out
a
the
team?
Pokemon, the
Yeah.
beast you need. Yeah, you have a
Team of
team.
6. Team of 10.
Equip your 6 beasts. I got you.
Oh my god, that's what they could do for their equivalent of the carnival.
The spell
Yeah.
book. Yeah.
Oh
okay, yeah.
man, it's just a tournament.
But yeah, Blue Mage, Beastmaster, those are like 2 pieces of content, like the limited jobs, as they call them, that I really want to enjoy, but I don't ever get a chance
That's
to.
the thing. You need
I
to
don't
be.
raid anymore, so maybe I will.
You need to have like a group of
I
people
hope
to like
to try.
enjoy the content because it's very much one of those like, all right, we gotta go here, grab this, go to.
Yeah, doing it by yourself is a
Yes,
very
and not
slow
only
grind.
that, like there are spells. I say spells. There are monster abilities you need to get from either dungeons or the 8-man raids to learn them. So that's why I'm saying like you kind of need like sort of a semi group to do it to actually, achieve and play.
You
like
can't
Blue Mage.
unsync some of the 8-mans?
You
But I guess you wouldn't be able to
can,
unsync
but,
them all
like,
because of the level stuff.
You can, but like it's kind of like one of those. One, you don't want to kill the thing too quickly, and two, if everyone learns,
sure.
if all 8 like blue mages learn it, like that's it. Like you're done. Like you don't have to keep
That
being
makes
like,
sense.
oh, a friend wants to do blue mage. All right, we got to go through the raid again, and oh, another guy wants to level blue mage. We got to go make him go through the raid again, and yada yada, and all that.
Yeah, so that's the reason I never leveled Blue Mage, is because when it released, I didn't have a sub at that time, and by the time I got my sub back up, everybody had already leveled
Yep,
it. Nobody was
and
doing
that
it,
as well.
so I had nobody to do it with.
Yeah. But when it first came out, it was kind of fun.
I'm going to get around to it eventually. But hopefully, Beastmaster, I don't have that issue. I'm actually playing and I get to do it.
Yeah.
all the time.
Also, Beastmaster isn't released on 7.0. It's coming in the X
No.
patches.
Yeah, 7.x.
Yeah.
So just letting you guys know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't imagine we'll see it before like 7.2.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking
7.3
through myself.
Okay.
as well.
So also, female Hrothgar were announced. We all kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't really a surprise. And quite frankly, they answered what I think a lot of people wanted. They're actually female Hrothgar and not just slightly furrier Mikotes.
I was so prepared for them to be like 7-foot tall supermodels with cat ears. Just like Mikote Highlanders is what I was expecting. I had absolutely no faith in them to go a more bestial route. And to be fair to me, they didn't. They're just furry 7-foot tall supermodels.
Yeah.
I mean, slightly more bestial. Like the male Hrothgars are your lions, your tigers, your big cats, and then the female Hrothgar are cheetahs, panthers. Smaller.
So, my point is,
wildcats.
in terms of not just like build, not in terms of like they're just heavier, but Hrothgar look distinctly bestial. Male Hrothgar, female Hrothgar. Hrothgar look like furry supermodels with a cat face, which is fine because it is still a step closer or a step beyond what I expected. I didn't think we were going to go the full Final Fantasy X Ronso route, which is very close to what they did, minus the hunch. They were literally one hunch away from just being Ronso, so I'm impressed. I didn't think they'd do it. I didn't think they had it in them to do not ugly, but not traditionally pretty creatures.
Yeah, I'm very happy they went this route. I've wanted, a little bit more out than the basic like human in the race variety. Like everything is just, oh, you're just human with pointy ears, you're human, you're human with cat ears, you're human with scales, like you're human but tiny.
I'm still never gonna forgive them for the Aura and those concept images that they wouldn't pull the trigger on. God, I wanted that.
So yeah, right. So there's a lot. I'm glad it's like, an actual diverse race. It's like there's some of the actual like beast tribes we interact with that it's like, oh, this could work technically, but they're never gonna make that one a playable race because it's too intricate. So yeah, it's very happy to see this. I know there's a lot of people that are excited about this. I'm excited about it, even though I'm not changing into one. Obviously, first off, I play males. Second off, I'm a human, so
hey,
that's
doesn't stop you from being a female Hrothgar girlfriend. So
stop.
What? I'm just saying.
I feel like I'm the unicorn here.
How are you the unicorn, bro?
I play a male Elzen. A male.
That's right. Oh god. Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm so
I got
sorry.
into a dungeon where there was another one like me, and literally the entire it was just 20 minutes of the other two members going, I'm serious. I've never seen more than one of you in one place at the same time. Oh wow,
it's true.
Yeah, thanks. I think Rogadins are more numerous than us at this point.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I always, for MMOs especially, I always end up, like, for the most part, making myself and just playing me. So that's why I am what I am.
Oh.
That's what I'm telling you. Just go get a fucking female Hrothgar girlfriend. You can do it. If you can do it in game,
Are you implying that Matt has a Nekomimi girlfriend that we don't know about?
Do you, Matt?
Are you implying Matt actually could get a girl?
All right, we're not depressing this podcast. We're moving on immediately.
It doesn't fucking answer the question.
Goodness, I was not ready for that.
All right. Sorry, that one was just on a silver platter, Nolan. I could not take it, man.
I did that to me.
like the years of being trained to give those answers. It was just right there. uh, yeah, but that's really all we've got on Dawn Trail. But gotta say, it's got the excitement to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, new year, new me, Warrior of Light 2024. So I'm just hoping the expansion's good because yeah, it should be good because the Eureka stuff and the new gathering and crafting stuff looks good as well. Or sounds good at least.
The biggest thing I want out of this really
Mm-hmm.
is for them to find a way to use this to move us out of the time bubble.
Don't hold your breath.
No, they're not. They're
Don't
not.
hold your
No,
breath.
no.
Like
There was
we're going over.
There was
we're
no
going
reason for it to be a
overseas.
time bubble to begin with. It's not gonna happen.
Look, we're
As long as Alice
we're going
and
overseas.
Alfino are with us, they refuse to do it because it means model changes.
Yep, exactly right.
look, we're going overseas. We're going to be overseas for
Yeah,
a
it's
while.
only gonna be in like 2 hours, though.
Maybe
You know that.
Don't say
If
that.
that.
maybe when we go back to Eorzea, you just make new zones for a new expansion, and it's just Eorzea 2.0 or I guess
no,
3.0
let's
at
not
this
do the
point.
WoW thing, okay?
And people are
Let's not do
aged
the WoW
and stuff.
thing.
It works.
Now, no, to be fair, I would love to see this. I think showing like it's been 10 years. I don't think you need to cater to brand new people after 10 years. I think at this point now you double down on your audience and you grow the world. That said,
That would be great.
as we have been shown time and time again, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yep. No. It's only been
No,
like
it's probably
6
not.
months since fucking 2.0, so yeah. If that. But I'm just saying. No, they're not getting out of the fucking. They're not getting out of the time
that sentence hurt
That's
me.
just a fact, and it fucking sucks.
Like, what is it? It's been 2 years since the beginning of
2.0.
it. Yeah,
At max,
I don't
yeah,
like
like
that.
at
I
max,
never like
it's
that.
been
Every time I'm
Again,
reminded of this, I
if
get really
that.
pissy.
Yeah, at max. But yeah, no, there's a lot of things to look forward to about this. I know one of the things I'm not looking forward to about this is I have to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Story
I
catch
have
up.
I have to do the
Yep.
6.x stuff, all of it. I have to do all of 6.x. And when I look at like catching up and doing all of 6.x, I'm reminded of all the other pieces of story in this game I haven't got to finish. Like I haven't finished Eden.
Did you
I haven't
not?
finished Myths
Oh.
of the Realm. Nope. I haven't finished I never got to do I never even started the weapon series of Trials. I haven't finished Pandemonium. Like there's so many stories. Like I never got to do Eureka or Baja.
Oh,
So I
I'm
never
so
got
sorry.
to finish those. Like there's so many stories in this
I
game, and as
really
somebody
like the Bosch story. I will help you through that.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah,
Like, there's so many stories that I genuinely love as a lore junkie, and two as just somebody who loves this world and these characters and the stories. But it's like because I can never stay subscribed 24/7 and can't play 24/7, I fall behind, and then I just don't get to experience these stories because some of them are in situations that are requiring people like Eureka or whatever, and like some of the older raids, it's harder to get people to do or get into without getting a full group, and it's a hassle. So it's kind of disappointing. We had the one scene at Endwalker where like different NPCs showed up depending on the storylines you had finished or whatever. I hadn't finished a handful of storylines, and so I'm like, oh, you know what? I bet you there's some characters that didn't show up for me that I'm kind of bummed I didn't see show up. Like there's one there like there's a one storyline. I'm like, I wonder who would have shown up for that if I had finished it. Like if I had actually done the weapon storyline, who would have shown up for that if anybody? I have no idea because I didn't finish it.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm kind of dreading doing the catch up because it's gonna show and remind me of more storylines I haven't finished. And then Dawn Trail is going to come out, and then they're going to remain unfinished most likely because nobody will do them with me.
Well, I mean, you can just unsync them once Dawn Trail comes out, thankfully.
some of those things you can't unsync.
I think that's true, yeah.
Which ones? Other than Eureka and Bozja?
Eureka, Baja, and 24 Mans.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, true. Well, thankfully, because of Duty Roulette Alliance, you can still most likely get into
I can't do that unless I finish the raids.
No, what I'm saying is, people who have finished it, when they do the Alliance Duty Roulettes, and you queue up for the Alliance to do
that
yours,
is actually the purpose of that.
yeah, like you should get people for Alliance stuff.
Hopefully.
But as for Eureka and Bozja, it really depends on one, it's even popular in the data center, and two, depending on time of day and also if there's a content lull and all that stuff. So
one way or another,
that one's going to be a little bit tricky, but everything else, like the raids and 24 man, it should be easy for you to catch up on.
And one way or another, I'll get it all done. It's a very daunting thing to look at.
So just do MSQ and be done with them. Just get ready for Dawn Trail. Who cares? You can do it.
It's like there's just this big sphere of ooh on the horizon, but like in between me and that is this like hill of yeah, gotta do that. Yeah, I'm missing that. So
just go on the hill that does MSQ and you'll be good.
You were missing so much of my point there.
Just do the MSQ and then do everything else that you want to do.
Well, yeah, that's what I said I was gonna do.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Yep. Just reiterating.
But yeah, so no, Dawn Trail, very exciting, very very exciting.
For sure.
Any other bits I missed? Did I miss anything? Bringing it up.
Green Graha Teal.
No.
Oh yeah, we want to talk about how they said Graha Teal was originally going to be green, not red.
I didn't. I only saw a picture of it, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's funny.
I don't have any strong opinions of green versus red. I think both of them are kind of ridiculous colors too.
I just love that his options were always Christmas. He was always going to be a Christmas color.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I am. I'm super happy he's not another white-haired anime protagonist. We have enough of those. The entire circle of knowing is white-haired anime protagonists, Kryle, Tataru, and us.
Yeah.
And honestly, we might also be a white-haired anime protagonist. I know how a lot of you make your characters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. Right. It's true. Mine's red hair.
Mine's black and blue.
Like I said, I just make myself. So you just got a ginger with a ponytail and a goatee. As much of a goatee as they'll let me have, anyways.
Yeah, I hope they give more facial hair in Dawn Trail. That'd be fucking great. Oh,
no,
don't press that button.
So, no, you can't have facial hair, Nat. Facial hair shows progression of time.
I hate that you're fucking correct.
I'm glad you got a chuckle out of that.
I hate the fact that the cinematic trailers actually have progression of time, unlike the real fucking game.
Yeah, right. But so I didn't miss anything. I think we covered the Dawn Trail.
I think we covered just about.
I think we covered a majority of it.
Needless to say, we're all excited.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I will get back to it eventually. I may not pick it up at launch, though I don't see any reason why I wouldn't.
I'll pick it up at launch, and hopefully I'll have, gotten sub beforehand and caught up in the story. Unlike Endwalker, I was still like 3 quests from done before.
I've never not been current at launch. I've never had to catch up. It'll be a new experience for me if I do. Ooh. I've never had to worry about spoodlers.
Ooh.
That's what I try to avoid.
Is Dollar gonna be in early access?
Yeah, that's what I was doing through early access, and Endwalker was catching up.
Well, I have time. Yep, and honestly, getting through the story, which is what I will be beelining through first.
Yep.
I'll do all the 8-man and 24-man stuff after the fact.
Apparently, me, you, and Allie gotta catch up together.
That's right. I want to say Allie's actually current. She's just doing that for our sake, which, bless her.
She said she's missing some of the newer stuff, so for our
Hmm.
sake, until we get up to where she's left off, I guess
Okay.
we'll see. But yeah, all of you out there listening, if you play 14, are you excited for Dawn Trail? Because, well, as you can tell, we quite are, or sure are, or whatever. Anyways, let us know what you're excited about. Are you going to be playing one of the new jobs? Are you going to be maining one of the new jobs? Let us know over on Twitter at Celestia Radio PD. You can ask us questions about 14 or other things in the comments section below YouTube here, or you can tweet it at us with the hashtag AskCRP. And as always, we thank you for listening, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Catch you later.
Be good now.
Peace.
Boy.